Hi, good morning everybody. In this video, I am going to go over the Kruskal-Wallis test using R, how to conduct this test and how to look at these results and interpret them. We are using the same example that we considered for the Excel portion of this test. uh, we are trying to measure, we measured the happiness levels and we also looked at the pollution levels, and we are trying to see whether the pollution levels classified as no pollution, limited pollution, medium pollution, high pollution, and whether the happiness levels are different for populations with these pollution levels. So we know that this data is not amenable to ANOVA because it does violate the one of the assumptions for ANOVA, which is the Levene's test of homogeneity of variances between groups. So we'll also run the Levene's test as part of our code. Since the assumptions are violated, we go with this non-parametric Kruskal-Wallis test. So we have this input data file, which is a comma separated value file. And the Kruskal-Wallis test for this is fairly straightforward. We have this R markdown code, and in the R markdown code, a couple of libraries that we have not used in the past, but we are going to use them now, are at least one library is this library that I have highlighted. So if you have not installed this already, I do want you to uncomment this and install this package before you proceed forward. And then once you install all the libraries, all the packages, and then bring them using the library command, one of the first things that we do is to read this input data file into a data frame. And the data frame, we are naming that as poll happiness data. Then line 62 is showing basic descriptive statistics for happiness level, for happiness as differentiated by the pollution levels. So we have the poll happiness data, dollar happiness, that's the numeric value, and the pollution levels is the second parameter in line 62. Then we conduct the Levene's test. We would review the output of the Levene's test to make sure that the homogeneity of variances is violated. So we reject the null hypothesis that the variances of different groups for different groups of pollution levels are equal. That's the reason why we are going to conduct the Kruskal-Wallis test. In the Kruskal-Wallis test itself is just a one-line code in R. We have Kruskal.test, and that Kruskal.test has pollution as the first parameter, and tilde happiness. The data frame is the poll happiness data that we defined, we populated in line 59 from the Excel file. And we have, once we have that, we are going to get the ranks of the total sales in all this data. Remember in Excel portion also we went through ranks for each of these values. Here we could do that. In contrast to Excel, R provides this powerful array of functions that we could use. The rank function on this entire data we have with pollution levels. We can get the ranks for all those pollution levels using this one line of code in line 76. In line 79, we are simply printing those the ranks for each of those, and we are also looking at the average of all those ranks in line 81 by using the by function, using mean. This is how we can compute the average ranks in each of the groups. Line 85 and 86, they are plotting this data for us so we could see them pictorially. And line 98, we have already done the Kruskal-Wallis test in line 73, and assuming that that line 73 Kruskal-Wallis test yields that there are statistically significant differences among these groups, we conduct the multiple group comparisons using the Kruskal MC function in line 98. Kruskal MC it takes the same data, happiness and pollution data, from this data frame, poll happiness data, and we are going to get the result of these pairwise comparisons in a variable called MC result, and we are printing the results of this the multiple comparisons, multiple pairs comparisons in line 99. However, if you recall from the Excel example, this does not yield any significant differences between any pairs of groups because we are doing 6 comparisons using one tail tests. So we are going to do a second test just like we did in the Excel case. And the second test, we are only going to look at the high pollution and other pollution groups. And so we are going to take this data and just limit the comparisons to 2 tail test, and the results here would demonstrate that we have significant differences in the happiness between the high pollution and no pollution groups. So without much delay, I invite you to experiment with this code and run this code and knit this code into HTML. So let's go ahead and do that here on my computer. And once we get the results, we can review that. So here are the results by running this. The first block here is displaying for each group high pollution the basic descriptive, some of the descriptive statistics, similarly limited pollution to no pollution. And if you look at the Levene's test here, we know that the that the p-value here is less than 0.05. So we reject the null hypothesis that all groups have similar variances. That is the reason why the ANOVA assumptions is violated. That's why we are going with a non-parametric test, Kruskal-Wallis rank sum test. So this block here is showing the ranks for each of these, and it is also showing what the ranks are for each one of them, for each one of the values. And then if we move down in this in this HTML file, we do see the graph by each one of the pollution levels. And the last but not least, we have the multiple comparison test for Kruskal-Wallis. The first thing, just like in the case of Excel that we had seen, no groups are coming across as significant with the first multiple comparison test. If you repeat the test with the second multiple comparison test, we see that the high pollution and the no pollution, there are statistically significant differences as seen on this last line.